What's up, guys? I am back to bring you a recap on Black Ink Crew Season 6, Episode 4, and it is titled A Thief Among Us. Now, first, I have to address Sky being back from Texas and pretty much catching up Caesar on her experience in Texas. And just as I stated in my previous recap, how the experience seemed to be a very great one and a very bad one at the same time. And Sky pretty much shared the same sentiments in reference to her son Des and how he received her. And she just broke down crying again about her interaction with Genesis. And that's why I keep calling Gossip Bib and Duchess an asshole for what they did and for how they kind of messed up and tainted this initial meetup with Sky and her son, because she is very mindful. She says time and time again how she's mindful of how he could be hurt and wanting to give him a hug and her loving him and him being receptive of her. So she's not negating his feelings nor emotions, but I do feel like the outside influences really made this just a horrible situation for both Sky and Genesis. So we noticed that now Melody and Lilo both are living in their RV, which doesn't make a bit of sense to me. I understand owing back taxes and trying to get that taken care of, but I do believe there is a payment plan that they could have in process, and it does not take them having to sublet their apartment and then live in an RV, because it just does not seem sanitary for the size that it is for them and their child. And oh, by the way, that baby is gorgeous. And I also want to acknowledge that it's great that while Melody is kind of sad that Lilo keeps blaming her for the situation that they're in, Melody is owning that it was 100% her fault and her error. Okay, so the $10,000 missing from 113th. I don't know how I feel about this being a storyline so far, because I feel like it's not real. Most of the storylines are not real, but this isn't a storyline that I can even be committed to, because I feel like it's being set up for Melody to look like she is the one who has taken the money, and that may not be the case. But it was interesting that Kitty brought the information to Caesar and to Sky, and I bust out laughing when Sky was like, "Did you use a calculator? Are you sure? Because I don't know if this bitch can count or not, my God." And I just love Sky because it went from that then to her going to Black Ink, taking photos of everyone because Caesar put her up to being the investigator and detective. And when she had that camera and was going in and taking photos of everything that she believed that someone could have purchased with the 10 G's was just hilarious. She said that Walt had new sneakers, which were expensive. Teddy had a $1,000 jacket on. Young Bay had a new butt, and since Sky had the BBL, she said she knows how expensive that is. Donna had a new wig, which was probably one of her worst wigs, so I don't think that accounts for the $10,000. Then she said Vagina Slayer had some grills, my God, but I believe he had his grills before he even arrived to the shop. So it was just a funny moment for putting Sky up to it, but I do feel like blaming someone and pointing the finger prior to having actual proof doesn't really make sense. This is why I'm not really committed to caring so much about this storyline. Now, Young Bay and her boo, Rob. I think that Rob is a very handsome, and he seems to be a very sweet guy. Yes, he's handsome, but he looks a little dusty, my God. But there is something handsome and charming about him. And he is just very articulate. I think I love the way that he speaks. I think it's because he has a rough, rugged edge about him, but he speaks very well and he's very articulate. So I think those blends, for me, makes him more attractive. But it was interesting to hear that he is ready to move in with Bay, but she's afraid because of her issues with her father being abusive physically and mentally, and then her hurt from her past relationships, my God. But it was such a beautiful moment, and it just proves how much of a sweetheart Rob is to set up that special place and date for Bay, just to prove that he is really there to support her, love her, and he's not going to hurt her. And for him to say, you know, I get it, I'm not going to encourage you to move with me, you don't have to, we can do it in your own time. And it was just such a romantic moment. I gagged and I was so happy when Bay was just like, you know what? I'm going to jump out there and I'm going to do it. We can move together. And the reality of it is you can never prevent hurt. You can never say what's going to happen in the future. But I loved when Bay acknowledged that she has to stop allowing her past to affect her future. We can't be afraid to jump out there, take a chance, experience new things in life because we're being held hostage from what has happened to us in the past, because that would prevent us from having or finding love and or experiencing new things that could really benefit us and bless us. Okay, so the Vagina Slayer throwing his own party at Black Ink. Now, I know that Black Ink is the party place, but it is a tad bit out of place and hand for the Vagina Slayer Alex, my God, to throw his own party. It's a tad bit too soon, even if it is the place for everyone to go party. And it was interesting to see that even though I felt like and agree that Donna has this new charming boo, she's still trying to be a thot, my God. She was pushing up all on the blue-haired girl, trying to, I guess, take Walt's boo, and she has her own, my God. Then when Melody came in and then Donna was trying to push her out and was shoving her and being aggressive, I just feel like these people are so immature, especially when Melody turned off the lights and they were cheering and dancing. It was just, these are assholes, like grow the hell up. And I completely agree with Melody's position because this is a place of business. Granted, we can have fun and it doesn't have to be a certain type of structure, but some structure is needed and this is totally out of hand. And I gagged when Melody came in the next day to do her tattoo on her client, and she walked in, didn't address anybody. And as a boss and as a manager, regardless of what you're pissed off about, you should greet your staff and introduce your clients to everyone. But when Donna said, dang, she can't even come in and show face. Donna Lovebug, it's called save face, not show face. She did show her face. Okay, so then they hired Jada again as the receptionist, which when Sky came in and said, you know, she probably could fill her shoes, it just was, y'all, this is just becoming annoying because nothing seems real at all anymore. Even the stuff that we knew was fake but came across real is just not seeming real. But for them to hire her again, although I think she does deserve a chance as a receptionist, it's just like they're intentionally trying to go against Melody, go behind her back, make her the target in this episode. Then it was just too convenient for Donna to blame Melody for stealing the $10,000 due to her financial issues. Just because someone is having issues does not make them a thief. Then I gagged when the Vagina Slayer has become so comfortable to then take jabs at Melody's tattoo, saying it was horrible. Like, he was the first one to speak up when the client came back to the tattoo shop, and what threw me off was, I thought the tattoo was gorgeous. Now, I didn't care for the green leaves and lines that were coming out of it, but everything else seemed gorgeous. So I'm thinking maybe that was something that the client wanted. But I knew that this was a setup from production because when Melody originally finished the tattoo, they always wait for the customer to give their reaction. If they're gonna say it's nice, it's horrible, I like it, I don't like it. The camera and production always waits. But for them to not show that, I said, bitch, they're trying to set Melody up for something. Then for the customer to come back and complain about how her tattoo looks during the healing process, I have a whole damn sleeve, and in anybody's directions, instructions, they're going to inform you. And we all know if you've had tattoos that it's going to look gnarly, disgusting, not pleasing to the eye during the healing process because of the skin peeling off and scabbing and so on and so forth. So it was just so asinine that production fed into that and allowed this girl to play this part in this storyline when the tattoo wasn't healed. And that was what Melody said. Come back to me and complain once your tattoo is completely healed, because I can't do anything, nor can I assess this properly as a valid concern when the tattoo is in the healing process. Yes, you damn right it looks a mess right now because it's still healing. Last but not least, I feel like Donna always puts herself in these positions to be like the villain for no reason. At the time that you want to really like her and root for her, she goes hard and against someone who has a new authority or has been given a better position from Caesar than she has, because she attacked Sky when Sky was given a better position. Now Melody has this position and she's trying her best to take it seriously, but everyone is just playing games and playing her. And for Donna to call her out about being a thief and stealing the money and what you got going on for you to do that horrible tattoo, and clearly you could have been the one to steal the money because you owe the IRS and so on and so forth, it was just too hard. Because I feel like as a human being, even if we are annoyed by somebody, we're all in tune to emotions and feelings and energy, and you can tell when somebody is going through a hardship. And to go that hard on Melody was so pointless and not sincere. At least Kitty was like, no, you can't throw that on her. That is so unfair. Don't call out her personal issues. That's just not right. And I was in agreement with Melody quitting, because at this point, you're trying to blame me with no proof. Even Caesar said, hold up, this is a serious accusation. Thank you for telling me that she does owe the IRS $30,000, but Donna, do you have proof? And Donna said, no, I don't have proof, I don't need proof. Well then, bitch, then your claims are null and void. Like, I love Donna and then I hate her in the next moment. Like, this is somebody's life, and if Melody is hurt and affected by this, and she really is going through these financial woes, this was not the place nor the time. This was so inappropriate and so inconsiderate, and it just shows how selfish and unaware Donna is to other people's feelings. She's just childish and so freaking immature. Anyway, guys, this is my recap on Black Ink Crew. Please follow me on all social media outlets. Thumbs up this video, comment down below in the comment section, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and I'm trying my best to get you guys these recaps on time. Please give me 24 hours after the show to try to get them up. I'm trying to stay on task here by myself, so I just thank you guys for being patient and being a viewer. Bye, guys.